Good.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. All right. So everyone, yet another success story. Aditya is with me today, and we wanted to learn his experience and see his journey can inspire anyone and any tips he can provide. So we'll start with congratulating Aditya. Aditya,
Thank
congratulations.
you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Do you hear some noise background from my side?
No, sir. Nothing.
Cool. All right. Wonderful. So
Sir, any noise from my side?
no. It's fine. I think it's something else. Good.
Okay.
So Aditya, so let's start with your profile, your academics, and your prior experience, if any, Aditya. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. So my name is Aditya. I completed my graduation in Bachelor of Technology with Electronics and Communication Engineering in the year 2023, means last year. So during my graduation, I learned Python. So it wasn't big deal for me, like coding, and I even had data structures. So, yes, sir. After completing Python, so I wanted to know, so what's the extension for Python? So, I learned machine learning. After that, I joined DataMites. So, I wanted to learn in systematic way. So, I joined DataMites. Yeah, from DataMites, I completed my course and as well as I completed my internship there. So, I've learned a lot from there. Yes, sir. This is my introduction.
Okay, so you're a fresher from a experience perspective,
Yes, sir.
right?
I'm a fresher. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm completely a fresher.
And, it's good that you already started learning Python and a bit of machine learning before you started your journey,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
really
Before
fantastic.
joining DataMites. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, could you explain your experience of learning Python, statistics, machine learning? Which area you felt tough, and what's the methodology you used while learning this? How was your experience?
So, uh, I learned Python before, so it wasn't, it wasn't tough for me. So, it's my course. It's in my course. So from there, I learned Python. After that, I started learning machine learning. It was a bit tough for me because I didn't know mathematics. I forgot all my mathematics that I learned during my course. So I had to learn mathematics again. I learned differentiation. I even learned linear algebra for learning machine learning because I learned deep. I learned whole mathematics in machine learning algorithms. So after coming to data mites, I learned. I did not learn uh, mathematics, so it wasn't deep. We learned what we needed for working
What do you
in
think?
data
The
mites.
mathematics really needed for your machine learning
I
after
don't
you?
think so, sir. I don't think we need a heavy mathematics to learn machine learning. I had time, so it was fun for me to learn mathematics.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need mathematics. We already learned in 12th standard and as well as in engineering. So we don't need to learn again. We already knew the basics. What is dot product and what is differentiation, global maxima. So we don't need to learn again. So I had time, so I wanted to use my time. So that's why I
Okay.
learned.
Just to summarize, even with DataMites in around 2016, 2017, when I was teaching the full course myself, was
Yes, sir.
almost 7, 8 years ago. I remember, just like you, I forgot all the mathematics after my college. So you're not alone.
Yes, sir.
Everyone has it after exams
Yes,
paper
sir.
here. But I have learned entire derivations, integrations, and all of
Yes,
your
sir.
because I am expected to teach them. So in
Yes,
around
sir. Yes.
2016, 2017, we used to teach the mathematics as one of the core subjects of data science course. So
Okay, sir.
a lot of people will actually go, they won't understand it, right? But we force
Yes,
them to
sir.
learn derivatives and other stuff. But if you look at last 4, 5 years, mathematics has become out of our syllabus. You don't find mathematics in the syllabus itself. because it
Yes,
is
sir. Even no one is asking in interview to like, what is this? What is that? What is
one will
global? Why do
ask
we
in
need? No
interviews
one
as
is
well.
asking in interview to. Yes,
It is
sir.
like this, right? So once it's abstracted. For example, when you're typing from the keyboard, you're not really worried that how is that typing getting into your,
Yes, sir.
right? Because it's abstracted. It is something which is not relevant for you. You evolve from it. The similar manner, mathematics has become now abstracted at least, I would say. So what does it mean is that you don't really, if you know already, it is good. You will understand how exactly things are happening at the ground levels. If you don't have a strong mathematics, it is absolutely fine, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
good, Aditya. Good that you have learned mathematics and you know how things work.
At first, I thought mathematics was really important to learn machine learning. I think it's not necessary, sir, after coming to DataMites.
It
And
will it will be necessary if you are going into AI.
yes,
So
yes, sir.
when we develop AI solutions, we actually hit cosine loops, we hit Fourier series, we hit all of
Percent
this.
similarities, sir.
Yes, we hit that because AI solutions are not just applying traditional machine learning algorithms like what we do in your data science projects. AI solutions, we actually go deeper. You need mathematics. You need to understand if you want to do something with computer vision, you need to understand how you can calculate the distance between two objects by using all kind of mathematics. So what you learned might be useful for your next career if you want to get into AI engineering, right? Good. Uh, Go ahead. What are the other topics statistics? How is the statistics for you?
Statistics, Priyanshu sir taught us very well. I'm very thankful for Priyanshu sir and as well as SS sir. So these two are very good for us. They taught us statistics and as well as SS sir taught us everything like from start to end except Python.
Oh,
I
you
learned a lot
are
from SS
that?
sir. Sir?
Are you from a classroom batch?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm from classroom batch.
Which center? Hyderabad, Pune, Bangalore?
Bangalore, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, so yeah, Ashes actually is from Bangalore. Okay, so go ahead.
Yes, sir. They taught us really good, especially SSR and as well as Priyanshu sir. They taught us basics in statistics and even they taught us hypothesis testing. They even move advanced level of statistics and machine learning. They teach us what we needed for doing a job. That's it.
Okay, wonderful. So after you complete your phase two, which is learning all of these topics, how was your projects and internship phase? What kind of projects you have done? How was the experience over there?
At first, it was a little difficult for me to do project because it's completely new. So at first, after doing two projects, I got experience that how to handle this, how to do what are the steps to do this, and I even learned a lot from Kaggle, like different preprocessing techniques and uh, how to deal with the missing values. Like we cannot delete missing values even if it's if it has so many missing values. So I learned a lot from Kaggle. Like there are so many people who teach us really good. Apart from doing projects, they teach us like they teach us like how to do pre-processing techniques. Like these are the things.
I appreciate that, Aditya, you saying that. Kaggle is not just to get the data set and do it and check your
Yes,
data
sir.
set.
It's not just doing with data set. Like they submitting their answers. There are so many things you can learn from Kaggle, and I even learned a lot of codes like which are really efficient and easy to write. I even learned from them.
Excellent. So
There are so many authors who teach us really good in Kaggle.
correct. So you find multiple ways of solving the same problems and not
Yes,
just
sir.
the algorithm fine tuning. You will see the entire project. How do
Yes,
you
sir.
get the data? How do
Yes,
you
sir.
fine tune it? How do you prepare it? People use their own ways of doing it. Sometimes it's very short code. Sometimes it is more efficient code. Sometimes the code is very readable or modular. So when we see these codes, when we read them, you solve the same problem in multiple ways, or at least study the multiple ways, you get to know the better ways. And that actually makes you more
Yes, sir.
efficient while doing your projects.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So, okay, so your projects and internships were done along with the Kaggle. So you took a help of Kaggle, which is a very valuable resource.
Yes, sir. I took a lot of help from Kaggle.
Nowadays, people say they are all working with ChatGPT, but please remember,
Even I took help from ChatGPT, sir. But it is not as reliable as them, like who submit their answers in Kaggle, who submit their lectures in Kaggle.
if you look at Kaggle submissions, nowadays they're coming from ChatGPT. Did you observe that? So some Kaggle submissions are directly the outputs of ChatGPT nowadays. If you look at the
Yeah, sir.
competitions, a lot of people are simply putting the question there, taking the code base and putting it back to the Kaggle. So even Kaggle is corrupted by the ChatGPT outputs. But you do have people in Kaggle who does from their own ways of doing things. It's a
Yes,
gold
sir.
mine to learn from the Kaggle, right? Good. How was your interview experience, Aditya? What kind of interviews you have attended?
I attended three interviews, sir, and one interview I didn't write code. They asked me to write two codes, and that I couldn't write one code
Who was that?
because I forgot. Uh, sir,
Which company was that? The three interviews you have attended? The one who asked for code?
uh,
Don't remember?
I think it's Hyderabad company like CDS. I don't exactly remember the company name now. So they asked me to write sorting. I forgot sorting techniques. I learned back then, so I forgot sorting techniques. And one more company, and they came and they interviewed me for like 1 hour 20 minutes, and I answered all the questions, but they didn't give me any reply. I don't
One
know,
hour
sir. 1 hour 20 minutes, sir.
is a technical
They
interview.
interviewed even, yes, sir. They gave us a tough assignment, which took me so much time to do. And after completing that assignment, I got shortlisted to that interview, and they interviewed me like 1 hour 20 minutes.
Do you remember which company
So
is that?
I answered.
Which company was that? Aditya, are you there? I'm trying to see your profile to pull off your. Somehow I'm not getting your record within my dashboard. Can you hear me, Aditya? Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My internet connection
Yeah,
got lost.
we have the problems everywhere. So I was asking, do you remember which company, if not the name, from where they are, which category they are from, what kind of business they do? Do you have any information about that?
I forgot the company name, sir. Like after giving the interview and didn't get any reply from them, so I forgot the company name.
Okay, but what
S-
was the questions they asked? Was it
They
a
asked a simple question,
was it a
sir.
Bangalore-based company? Was it a Bangalore-based company, Aditya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a Bangalore-based company.
Okay. So please let me know what the questions they've asked. That will be helpful.
They asked very basic questions, sir. Like they asked me from a project, and they asked me simple Python coding questions, like how to uh, remove parentheses in string. They are very basic questions.
Okay. And then they did not select you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you have done? Have you revised something? And what was your next action after you could not go through this company?
I started doing coding questions like arrays and strings, and started practicing uh, questions simple to more than medium level. I got to know that I was not good at Python, like solving problem solving, so I started doing problem solving.
Hmm. That's very
Yes, sir.
important because when you fail an interview, which happens on an average, people fail at least 3 to 4 interviews before they land up in a
Yes,
job.
sir. Yes, sir.
Some people even fail much more than that, but it's not that
Yes, sir.
failures. Failures are stepping stones. Which everyone knows that. But if you practically, when you're doing it, when you fail an interview, it feels bad. but that's just a transient feeling. And then you need to focus that energy into revising the topics as you have done. So if you fail in some of the
Yes, sir.
questions, at least you think you could have done better. Come back and start doing it as you did. That's good. And then the last job, the job you currently got as a data scientist, how was the interview?
A Lenden Club.
Yeah.
It was really good, sir. I solved two coding questions that they gave me within 2 minutes because I had practice solving questions. I practiced a lot solving Python questions from ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave me questions and as well as some coding platforms like Geeks for Geeks.
Hmm.
I practiced so many questions from there. So it was very easy for me when it in the interview. So I solved within 2 minutes.
Yeah. So you have a lot of experience and you also put in mathematics. You have been revising for quite some time. How much time it took for you after your training completion and to get a job? What was the gap? Which batch are you from?
From September batch, sir.
Last year,
August 28th. Yes, sir. I joined in September first week. My batch is August 28th.
Okay. So it was, so there was not much gap, right? It's anyway 8 months is the
Yes,
course
sir.
itself.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
so it's a month gap for you, something like that.
Sir,
How much gap you had after you were finishing your training? Is it
training. I got into placement team in the month of June.
okay?
Before in the end of May, sir. Exactly in the end of May last week. Before that, I was preparing for mock interview, and
Correct.
before that, I was doing projects.
Yeah. So placement team will get in touch with you in the middle of the course itself, right? In the phase three. So you're still doing
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you're still doing your
Uh,
projects.
exactly.
Complete.
It was mock interview. Like I don't know whether it's placement team or.
It is placement team, of course.
Okay,
The
sir. Okay,
mock
sir.
interview qualification for you uh, to start giving you the jobs. But if you're attended mock interview, the placement team has already taken your profile, right? They
Yes,
do it in
sir.
the middle of the course. So course is 8 months. They'll start getting in touch with you around sixth month, and then 2 months of grooming. And if you're good, they'll start giving you more calls, and that's how they work. So your
Yes,
course
sir.
probably completed ideally on August or something. So it's about a month or two. You had time for prepare more, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, Aditya, I would like to ask you about the sources. What are the different sources of materials you referred? Uh, that will be helpful for the people watching. Could you share?
Only one book I read is hands-on with machine learning and as well as scikit-learn. I only learned from that book when we talk about books. Apart from that, I learned from multiple YouTube authors in classroom. I learned from StatPeace. I learned from StatPeace and as well as Andrew Ng machine learning.
Yeah, Andrew Ng machine learning is really good. In fact,
Yes,
I
sir.
back in 2015, so just 9 years ago. Andrew Ng is one
Yes,
of
sir.
the first person who actually put the machine learning outside. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Coursera, right? Now he has his own other company, his own Coursera. But yeah, his
So
way of
it's even in YouTube, sir. Stanford learning machine learning. At
yeah.
first, I learned from there. I couldn't understand anything, so I started learning mathematics behind of it. I
So
got sir
you learned Andrew Ng from which source? YouTube. They have the videos now.
YouTube, sir. Yes, sir.
So when I learned
Stanford
it,
engineering.
when I learned
It
it
was
was
in Coursera.
Coursera.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he is my guru as well. So you learn from my guru, which is very
Yes.
good. Good. So
So
that
there are so many free lectures in YouTube, sir, about machine learning from a good
correct.
universities like Stanford. There, we can learn from them. If you want to learn deeper,
Stanford University lecture. So I'm just typing in here so that others who are watching.
they publish in YouTube.
Correct. Wonderful. So Aditya, your message to the people who are aspiring to become a data scientist. Anything you want to say which might help them?
Uh, I think, sir, just learn from multiple authors or learn from books. If you want to learn in a systematic way, learn from DataMites. They're very good, especially SSR.
Everyone have their favorite lecturers and mentors. Data
Yeah,
might have nearly now 60, 70 mentors who work on full time with data mites on payrolls. Ashish is one of the person in
yes, sir.
Bangalore. Definitely convey. We did a good job. Uh, Aditya, by looking at your profile as well, I would say, or maybe in general, there are a lot of success stories I've been taking. Like last 2 days I've taken. This is the third one I'm taking right now.
Yes, sir. This is the third one
Yeah,
for the
one
same company.
same company. So one common uh, trait or attitude I see from the people who are successful, they talk more about learning, less about
Yes, sir.
jobs, right? Because job is a consequence. If you focus on
Yes, sir.
learning, you eventually land into a job. You might fail in the first, second, third, or even five, six interviews, but
Yes,
that's
sir.
a few months, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, um, one inspiration I would take from Aditya is that you focus on learning. Focus. You should be really
Yes,
hungry,
sir.
right? You read books, as Aditya says. You refer Kaggle. You use ChatGPT, or you refer the Andrew Ng or Stanford videos. Multiple authors will give you different perspective. If you are
Yes,
hungry for
sir.
learning, if you focus on learning, then eventually you will land into a job. No one can stop it. And of course, Data Mites Placement Team is doing a great job. But they can only get
Yes,
your
sir. They really did very well.
so, but they can only get, and they'll be very happy to have you as well, Aditya. So, what DataMites team can do, placement team can get your profile towards the employer, but getting through that interview is your success. So, people like you inspire many of the aspirants. And I would say, work hard, be consistent, focus on learning. Don't worry about the job. It will eventually happen. It might be a matter of few months. Focus on learning, and we have the placement team to help you to get job interviews. But I also suggest, have you applied any new by yourself, Aditya, through LinkedIn or any other channel?
It doesn't work, sir. It doesn't work in when we are applying LinkedIn, we don't get any calls. Majority of the jobs are ghost jobs. Like we don't get any reply really. I applied for no reply from them.
Post LinkedIn, you pay money for it.
They just wanna they
It's
just wanna get our details.
yeah. So I understand that
So
it's not a ghost job. So I would say probably because too many applicants.
there are some ghost jobs like they want to hire 200 candidates. I don't know why they want to hire 200 candidates for
Really,
a few job posts. Yes, sir.
a ghost posting then. And I
Yes,
never come
sir.
across those kind of things. But typically, the good companies, when they post, they may not respond. I mean, we respond. Even if you don't take, we will send a mail saying that we found a better candidate. It is always good to respond to have a closure for anyone who is applying.
It's
But
become very hard for them to hire. They're getting like 7,000 to 8,000 applicants within 2 to 3 days. It's very difficult for them to filter the candidates.
yeah, we have the same feel guilty about not able to touch every candidate. Sometimes we will randomly pick the qualified ones, conduct interviews. We'll take some from them. So yeah, but having keeping that aside, if you focus on learning, it's a matter of time because eventually you will land up into the job. That will be the key point from Aditya's success, I would say, from his own words. I paraphrased it. Thank you very much, Aditya. So we have questions, few of them. Open for the Q&A. I asked DataMites team to see if you have any questions from LinkedIn or YouTube. Please uh, put it back over here. The first question is from Joy Kenneth. Attendance and certificate. Okay, this is for attendance for this. I don't know why. What all the challenges did you face in the interview? This is from Janai. Says, what are the challenges did you face in interview, Aditya?
The challenges I've faced is a coding part because I did not practice at first. I thought we don't really need coding. We don't really need coding for data science. I thought like this way, but it's not. It's not right. We need a coding part. Like we need problem solving skills. It's very important. Like it gives us cognitive ability. So I would suggest to solve Python questions, and as well as we already know about machine learning. Like you don't need to go into that. We just need to know. They just ask basic questions from machine learning. They don't ask advanced part in machine learning. So I would suggest that be good at coding.
Oh, point taken. Be good at coding. Practice well. I have another question from an anonymous attendee. It's for you. Hey Aditya, you told that you did some assignments with some company. Could you please tell what kind of assignment? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Uh,
They give
internship.
us uh, uh, let me talk about assignments. So they give us random tweets data set. It's a huge data set. So we have to pre-process the data set. It consists of so many different kind of languages. After doing that, we have to cluster them. They give us 10 categories. We have to cluster them. So after that, we have to use supervised learning to predict what kind of tweet it is, whether it belongs to gaming or entertaining or any other part. So I felt it very difficult to solve. It took me so much time because it has huge pre-processing. And machine learning algorithm confuses because gaming and entertaining belongs to same, nearly same. So machine learning algorithm confuses at that part.
Right? Um,
Hello, sir.
yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you. Yeah, good. So he was asking about which company internship. I think it's Rubik's, isn't it? You did from Rubik's from your
No, sir.
profile. Your internship?
Uh, Internship from sir, DataMites Institute.
It's Rubik's, yeah. Okay. How did you create a resume? Could you give some information, some inputs on that resume?
Uh,
It's
I created in Leaf resume in website from another person's resume. So I started editing that resume.
okay.
So, and data might suggested me. So what should I do? What should I not to do? They mentor me during resume process.
Correct. So data might have a standard resume. Um, what is important to remember is that you can use a standard resume template. You can put your information as Aditya did, and then you have to fine tune the resume for every job you apply. That's very important. You can use ChatGPT
Yes,
for
sir.
that. Your resume, give the job description. ChatGPT will give an output which is more relevant for the job, and use that particular fine tuned resume to apply. Right, and that's what even the placement team does when it's sending your profiles to the employers, and that's how it gets through easily. Question from Makarand Kolekar. For Python, which platform you preferred? Example, HackerRank.
Python prefer gigs for gigs. We don't need to do lead code because it's not our thing for data science. So I use the gig for gigs and as well as ChatGPT for questions.
Okay. So I've taken that. It's for Greeks is what we use. HackerRank is also good. A lot of other candidates I know also
Yes, sir.
use HackerRank. Right, you can use that as well.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Now I have some questions from other channels. Um, so this is from Reshma YouTube. So is it necessary to have a coding knowledge?
Yes, sir. It's definitely
Yeah,
problem solving skills are very important for anything, not only for current job. It's very important. Like if we know problem solving skills, we can easily solve anything, any difficult task. It's really important. Coding is really important.
that question is answered. I have a question from Suman. The question is, interview preparation should we focus on program or theory concepts? Which major questions are asked?
Uh, Programming, they give us 2 to 3 programming questions. I think we should definitely solve all of them. because it has major criteria. They test our problem solving skills in this part, and it's okay if we don't answer one to two theoretical questions. It doesn't have much weightage.
Yeah, thank you. And I have a question from, again, YouTube from same person, Reshma. Which are the important concepts that we have to know? A very generic question, Aditya.
Important concepts in the sense of machine learning, sir.
Yeah. No, I think in general, they're asking for interviews. What are the important concepts to know? I would say, I mean, let's say machine learning can answer that.
It depends on the project. If we talk about our project, they keep asking questions from our project, and a few basic questions. They just ask us a few basic questions. That's it. They don't ask advanced questions, difficult questions to answer. They just ask very basic. That's it.
Okay, wonderful. So that is all the questions I have. One more question. This is from Jervin. And okay, it's a very high level question. In today's generation, how data science is important? Can I take that?
Yes, sir.
So anything you do in your life, it's made with decisions. It could be, a corporate decision, company starting a new project, even getting married, having kids, where you stay. Everything is decision, isn't it? And what data science does as a field is to make this decision more correct by supporting with the factual data. We use machine learning to make a predictive as well, so it is more powerful. So you can answer your own question. Is it important? Yes, definitely, because the way we progress, we succeed is all about making the right decisions. And data science is the core field which makes the decision more correct. All right. So we are done with all the questions. Yeah, so we are done. Thank you very much, Aditya. I wish you all the best with a new job. And as I recommend most of the people, keep your learning up. I'm sure you will, because you already started learning mathematics before you start this journey. So I'm pretty sure that you'll keep up your learning. I wish you all the best. And thank you very much for taking time for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope this session is useful for the people who attend this success story. And I wish all of you a very good luck with your journey as well. If you have any further questions, you can either directly contact me through LinkedIn or you can contact DataMites. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.